Secondly, Your Honor, we will limit ourselves to the argument as to the charges. Listen keenly to our argument, what the court should do to determine whether or not the charges, any charges before it are proper or improper. Allow me to start by the common statement that the jurisdiction of this court is given either by the Constitution or a statute. The court cannot give itself jurisdiction by innovation as invited by. This court cannot innovate jurisdiction. It must only exercise jurisdiction given by the Constitution and statute. Having said that, the jurisdiction of this court is given in addition to the Constitution by the Magistrate Court Act, which gives the jurisdiction to enforce questions of alleged breaches of fundamental rights and freedom, very limited under Section 8.2. That act or statute gives the court jurisdiction to hear criminal cases, including the one proposed to be instituted by the charges, the impugned charges before you. To address the question of Section 8.2, Your Honor, there has been reference to Article 43, for example, of the Constitution. There's been reference to Article 31. There's been reference to Article 27. All those provisions of the Constitution are beyond your jurisdiction. And I love the laughter. The jurisdiction of this court to enforce fundamental rights and freedoms under Section 8.2 is limited to Article 25A and B of the Constitution. It's explicitly written there. Having said that on your jurisdiction, coming to the charges, Section 89, subsection 5 of the Criminal Procedure Code is the relevant provision before you this afternoon. 89, subsection 5. This court can reject charges. Allow me to read, just refer to my phone. Sorry, Your Honor. So Section 89.5, dealing with complaints and charges, says, where the magistrate is of the opinion that a complaint or formal charge, as the one we brought before you, made or presented under this section, does not disclose an offense, the magistrate shall make an order refusing to admit the complaint or formal charge and shall record his reasons for the order. One of the arguments that the defense have made is that there is no offense known in law disclosed by the charge sheet before you. Your Honor, therefore, I will invite the court. Let us have a look at Section 134 of the Criminal Code. Sorry, of the Criminal Procedure Code. And this is what Section 134 of the CPC says. Every charge or information shall contain and shall be sufficient if it contains a statement of the specific offense. Let me just have a copy of the statute. A statement of the specific offense. So I'll read this section vis-a-vis the charge sheet. This is Section 134 of the Criminal Procedure Code. The statement of the offense in count 1 is unauthorized interference with the computer system. Statement of the offense. That is in line with Section 134. And it goes ahead to say, if it contains a statement of the specific offense or offenses with which the accused person is charged, together with such particulars as may be necessary for giving reasonable information as to the nature of the offense charged. So we can easily answer the first part. The statement of the offense is available in both count 1 and count 2. It's the same. That offense is said to be in contrary to Section 16 of the Computer Misuse for both offenses. Now let us look at the particulars of the offense. The requirement by law, at least by statute, which gives the argument, is that it should give information as to the nature of the offense. And the information that is given is that the accused person, sorry, the suspect before you, knowingly made a program posted at that website that automatically generated and sent mass email. Is there sufficient information to understand what we are alleging you to have done? The answer is easily yes. So is there an offense known in law? Section 16 creates this offense. Now, Your Honor, there's the argument as to whether Parliament may have intended that the acts we are alleging defense witness, because he will tell us what they intended as Parliament not to be an offense. But as far as Section 134 requires us to give particulars, we have given the particulars. Whether or not we are able to prove these charges or the defense will lodge our charges is an issue for trial. So that, Your Honor, in summary, what we are telling you is that your jurisdiction in response to the questions raised by the defense is limited to Section 89(5). Read that together with Section 134, both of the Criminal Procedure Code. If you find that the prosecution in the charge sheet has given reasonable information, then you cannot reject the charge. You have not been told that the charge is defective because it is duplex. No one has told you that. So is there a charge, is there an offense known in law? Yes. Are the prosecution able to prove it? That is a triable issue. We cannot deal with it. It cannot be the basis of rejecting the charge. So, Your Honor, like I promised today, I wanted to go very short on this. There have been issues of alleged violation of rights. We really sympathize with the defense and the suspect. We have no reason to doubt them. But, Your Honor, we are saying that because the jurisdiction of this court is given by the Constitution and statute, and that because there cannot be a violation of a right without redress, that redress is available, but not before you. And there are very many appropriate reliefs under Article 23 of the Constitution. Those reliefs, by dint of Article 165 of the Constitution, are vested in the High Court of Kenya, which has the power and jurisdiction to hear and determine questions of alleged violation of rights. You know, we submit that with that small submission, our charges are proper, and in the words of my friend Mr. Mango here, or is it Mr. Kibemungai, the charges are valid of Mr. Kibemungai. The charges are not only proper, but they are valid. Whether or not they will be proved is a question for trial. As I conclude, we reiterate that we are not opposed to the release of the privilege of the
Ms. Nora?
That's